Thank you for selecting AstroTurf Corporation as your synthetic turf provider. AstroTurf strives to manufacture the highest quality synthetic turf products in the world. To keep your field performing in the highest level, routine care and maintenance must be followed. Maintenance logs must be used to record each occasion and type of maintenance undertaken. The following are keys to preserving your AstroTurf system. Cleaning and stain removal. Rain is your best cleanser. Rainfall gently cleans the turf fibers of dust, pollen, airborne pollutants that is difficult to duplicate in any other fashion. However, you will need to remove litter and debris deposited by users and spectators at events held on the field. Most stains on polyethylene fields can be removed with water or soap and water. Remove any solid or putty-like deposits promptly using a spatula-like tool. Blot up excess liquids with a stack of towels, cloth, or paper. A water flush on spills is always recommended. A 3% solution of ammonia in water may be used in lieu of household detergent for more stubborn residues or stains. Good housekeeping practices will minimize these problems. Minor repairs. A good maintenance practice is to thoroughly inspect your field in early spring and make repairs to the surface at that time when the field is not being heavily used. All seams should be inspected carefully for looseness. All panels of turf should be inspected for damage, rips, tears, burns, etc. All repairs should be made in warm, dry weather. Gluing seams and filling the turf should not take place if the field is wet or even damp. Minor problems can become major problems quickly if not corrected. Small loose spots on glued seams extending a few inches to a foot or two are possible with these systems and are not unusual or cause for great concern. Cuts, rips, and tears in the surface that do not exceed 6 inches in length do not generally require a special trip by our service staff. These small areas can generally be repaired by the owner's maintenance staff. Your AstroTurf field is supplied with an AstroFusion Pro repair kit for minor seams repairs. Prepping the adhesive. For the static mix tube and cartridge, install AstroFusion Pro cartridge and dispensing gun. Remove plug from tip of AstroFusion Pro cartridge. Install static mix tube onto AstroFusion Pro cartridge. Squeeze handle slowly to begin dispensing adhesive, making sure both tubes dispense evenly. Repairing a seam. Clean and dry the repair area. Remove as much infill as possible. Be sure fabrics to be glued are free from loose rubber, dirt, old adhesive, and other foreign matters, and are dry. Dispense promptly and evenly in a zigzag manner, maintaining a roughly 1/4 inch bead width. Reaffix displaced material, taking care not to trap fibers. Apply firm, even pressure to ensure proper adhesion. Replace the infill, being sure to work it into the area and creating a new even level. Please refer to your AstroTurf maintenance manual to learn more about other common repairs. Approved equipment. Please consult your AstroTurf owner's manual for approved and recommended maintenance equipment to be used on your AstroTurf field. Sweeping. All fields should be swept as needed. Sweeping is a process of using approved maintenance equipment to remove debris from the field. A magnet can be attached to collect ferrous materials like cleats, hairpins, etc. Adjust the bristles so they barely clip the infield layer. Grooming. Your field must be groomed regularly. The importance of grooming cannot be overstated. Grooming is the maintenance practice that fluffs the fibers and evenly distributes the infill to restore a uniform level. Adjust the bristles so they penetrate the infill level by no more than 1/4 inch. Grooming patterns. Start at one corner of the field and drive towards the other end of the field, driving sideline to sideline. Make a wide turn near the limits of the turf and turn again at the goal line to travel back to the side of the field where you began. Turn right again to travel along the sideline until you reach the inside edge of your initial pass. Turn right again and travel to the opposite side of the field. Make another wide turn, this time turning back along the 10-yard line. Continue with these wide overlapping circles until you cover the entire field. Tines and decompaction. Tines are sometimes used to loosen an infill matrix that has become overly compacted and hard. Regular grooming should prevent infill compaction. Heavy use of tines can damage the fibers of the field. Therefore, AstroTurf recommends that tining be performed sparingly by professional, approved turf maintenance crews only. Disinfecting the field. In this day and time, you have to think about hygiene and cleanliness in a way that you've never had to before, and worries about the safety of your student athletes may keep you up at night. Put your mind at ease with AstroTurf's AstroShield Disinfectant. It is a two-step approach involving a flash kill with a surface disinfectant, followed by an application of an antimicrobial coating that will provide your school or organization maximum long-term protection. Hotspots. Infill moves with play and weather, getting kicked out from high-use areas to less frequently used areas. Because most AstroTurf fields utilize infill particles to provide shock absorption during play, it is critical for player safety to maintain a level, adequately filled turf matrix that is uniform in depth throughout the field. A uniform infill layer will also directly impact the lifespan of the field. Special attention must be paid to high-use areas such as goal mouths, team areas, corner kick areas, extra point areas, and the area between the hashes. You should periodically inspect these areas for infill displacement thickness and make suitable corrections. By diligently monitoring the hotspots, you may discover that the entire field may not be groomed at every maintenance session. As with any area in question, please contact AstroTurf's customer service department so proper assistance can be provided. Best practices for baseball and softball fields. AstroTurf Diamond Series synthetic turf systems have earned a high reputation for natural playability in the baseball and softball worlds. Even though the same care applies to the Diamond Series fields as infield fields, there are guidelines specific to the unique needs of baseball and softball fields. On baseball fields, the turf areas that replicate grass areas have different pile heights than those areas that replicate clay. Therefore, you should groom the grass areas at one time and then change the setting of the groomer to accommodate the clay area. The tips of the bristles should penetrate the infield by no more than 1/8 to 1/4 inch. Setting the groomer too deep can cause undue damage to the fibers. If you are unsure how deep to set your groomer, do not proceed. Contact AstroTurf Corporation for help. Batter's Box DIY Replacement Instructions. Your field comes with 8 sets of pre-assembled batters and catcher's boxes. Rotate and flip batter's boxes frequently to spread use. As soon as you start to see a large degree of wear appear in the right-handed box, move it to the left-handed batter's box and rotate it 180 degrees. Move the left-handed batter's box to the right-handed area and rotate it 180 degrees as well. Repeat this process until the batters and catcher's boxes need to be replaced with a new set. This process will help to slow the degradation of these high wear areas. Grooming protocols. Do not make tight turns while grooming, as that may cause wrinkles in the turf. Vary the grooming patterns each time you maintain the field. This will help to brush the fibers in different directions to help them stand upright over time. For example, if you begin your first grooming session on the first baseline, you should begin along the third baseline during the second grooming. Begin with the clay areas and start on the first baseline outside of home plate circle and move toward the field skinned area. Drag the groomer in a figure 8 pattern over the arc of the infield skinned area from first base to third base. Use enough passes to cover the entire area. Drive one direction around the entire warning track. While grooming the grass areas, start the outfield just off first base. Move outward along the foul line toward the warning track. Make a wide turn, about 10 yards, and head back towards the infield. Continue making these wide overlapping circles across the entire outfield. On the infield grass, begin just above home plate and make concentric circles spiraling towards the pitcher's mound. Softball fields are groomed in much the same way as baseball fields, but the clay-skinned areas encompass the entire infield. Begin just above the home plate area and make concentric circles spiraling inward towards the pitcher's circle. passing the groomer over the ungroomed swath during each turn. Stop when you reach the pitching circle. Do not use professional grooming equipment on the pitching circle. Aftercare program. Upon completion of the initial installation of an AstroTurf field, AstroTurf technicians will train those who are to maintain the field. In addition, AstroTurf recommends that owners purchase one of AstroTurf's Maintain the Game packages for annual or biannual professional care and deep cleaning. Our Turf Care team has developed 2 levels of care and is available in the Rhino and Rhino Pro packages to better meet the needs of each individual customer. Any maintenance performed by non-approved maintenance providers without prior approval of AstroTurf may void the AstroTurf warranty. For a comprehensive guide to cleaning, maintenance, and repairs, please refer to the AstroTurf Operations and Maintenance Manual. To schedule your AstroTurf maintenance service, call 866-951-TURF or email maintenance@astroturf.com.